Hi guys. So today I wanted to talk about all the things that I needed my first month with having Briella. So everything from, bath to sleep to washing dishes to me pumping, just everything. I feel like when I'm the type of person who wants everything beforehand. Like, I was crazy with just wanting to be 100% prepared, and obviously you can never be 100% prepared when you have a baby. It's just the way it works. But I just was overwhelmed. I was watching YouTube videos trying to figure out what everyone else was using and buying, and you really just don't need all that much, which I knew from everyone saying that, but at the same time, I don't know, I just wanted everything. But this is the stuff that I really needed. So, it's just everything that I actually used and needed that first month. They're really not doing much their first month, so you really don't need that much. Like, when I say you don't need much, you don't need toys, you don't need teethers, you don't really need that many clothes, in the sense that they're not doing much. So buying them really cute outfits and everything is fun to dress them up, but even when you do take them out, all they really do is sleep. So if you're taking them out and about, you're not really like partying around with the baby. The baby's just staying in the stroller. So you could dress them up cute, but they're staying in the stroller. So, for pictures and stuff, it's cute, but this is just the things that I really needed. So I'll go in order of, categories. So we'll start with, we'll start with bath time. So as you guys know, Briella was born smaller. So she was 5 pounds, 9 ounces. So she still takes baths in the sink. Mainly because I just cannot reach her in our bathtub, but we also have our sink is, what's it called? It's split in two. It sucks, actually. It's very annoying. So none of those bathtubs fit in it. So I use the flower, the famous flower. I feel like so many people use this, but honestly, she still uses this. So it's amazing. We've gotten now almost 5 months of use out of this. So I hope she doesn't grow out of it, that fast, because this really is what we use, and it's great. You just throw it in the washing machine and that's that. So simple. Love it. That's great. Now for the washes we use for her, I did a lot of research on just what products to use. I didn't like the ingredients in so many, and I don't know, you just try to be as clean as you can be. So I found this company, Noodle and Boo. Love it. It smells so good, like delicious. I am obsessed with it. So I have the hair and body wash and the lotion. I also have another cream too. They're like all over ointment cream, but honestly, really great company. Smells so good. You really can't go wrong with that. The first, maybe like her second week, she got really bad baby acne, which before all the mom haters come after me, I know it goes away on its own, and that, it's the hormones coursing through their body, but it just looked really bad and painful for Briella. It kind of like broke my heart seeing her go through that. So I found this company, Ro, and it comes as a pack with this. So there's a serum and then a cream that I would put on her face, and honestly, the baby acne only lasted for a week. So, I don't 100% know if it would have stayed longer if I didn't use this, but I really like this. Sometimes if since she's drooling, I still use this to help her face. So I'm still getting use out of this. So I would definitely recommend this if it's really bad. It's not a must. The baby acne will go away on its own, but I like this. Next category is feeding. So we now use, I said this in another video, but I made the mistake of only buying one type of bottle, and just don't do that. Don't make the mistake I made. Do not buy just one bottle. Get the variety pack that I wish I got just to try them all, because I honestly gets really expensive buying all these bottles and all the different size nipples. But so we use the Philips Avent ones. Love these. They do not drip at all on, you know, anything, because if you drop the bottle, if, you know, whatever it may be, there's just no leakage, and I love that. And plus, I just feel like it's easier for Briella to drink out of. I was using the Dr. Brown ones, and even with the preemie nipple, now I have every size nipple that there is for the Dr. Browns, and even with the preemie nipple, which is the smallest possible little thing, it's dripping. So it just really doesn't make sense to me. But I did like the fact that those were anti-colic, but honestly, these are just great. These are great. And for burp cloths, I really liked this brand. I got these off Amazon. They're just like the muslin ones. They come in a million different colors. They're so aesthetically pleasing and cute, but also they soak up every drop of milk. They're great. I think it came in a pack of maybe 10, but I have like so many extra. I maybe alternate between like 4. They're just so absorbent. These are really great. And for washing bottles, now, not a necessity. You really don't need this, but in my mind, I needed this because it just made me feel better that I was washing the bottles with bottle soap. So this is the Dabble Baby brand. You can get this off Amazon too. And I don't know if it works any better than any other soap, but this just made me feel better. Like things were actually getting washed. So I don't know. I really like this. And then I watched a TikTok that really grossed me out about washing bottles in the sink and how just unsanitary that is. So I bought this. It's a little tub. And honestly, it's just so easy. This thing comes out. You could literally fill this up with water, drain it, leave a bunch of stuff. I really never leave anything to soak, or I know some people do that and they just wash things at the end of the day. I have to do this immediately now type of person. But I do really like this. It gives me peace of mind that I'm putting, even though they're dirty, but you know what I mean, guys. It's peace of mind. It's all about peace of mind. Okay, now for sleeping. So I used the Halo swaddles. I actually only got one, but my hospital gave me another newborn one, so that really helped for you really should maybe buy 2. I don't know if you necessarily need to. I mean, just in case they do maybe accidentally pee or poop through one. Briella never did that, but just to alternate, so you don't have to, you know, feel like one is so dirty before a wash or something. But I really like these. In the beginning, she really would only sleep if her arms were down like that. Now we use a different swaddle, but she really needed her arms down in the beginning. Her startle reflex was really bad. So I really like the Halo ones. I don't know, gave me peace of mind that she was comfortable. It snugged her. So for like a sound machine type thing, really just get any. Even if they don't use it in the very beginning, just get one, because for some reason they just need it eventually. But I just got the Frida one, and I have another one that I use now, but this is what I used in the hospital, and after it's their travel one. It's so easy. You can put it on the stroller. Literally so simple, but you can get any that works, and that'll help your baby sleep. So no, this one works really well, so I would recommend this one, but it doesn't have to be this one. You also don't really need to spend so much money on a sound machine. You know, it's just, yeah, easy peasy. Now, so Briella, I don't know if a lot of babies are like this. They probably are, but she can't, for some reason, keep the pacifier in her mouth. She just kind of like spits it out, but wants it immediately back, and it's kind of like a whole situation that goes on with her. So these, I think they're called, oh, it is maybe, so it's a Wubba Nub. That's what we call it. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but I also got this off Amazon. But I love this one. It's just like a cute little like cheetah. They're so cute. There's so many different little characters, but it helps her hold it. So even when she was little, you know, it kind of just kept it there. So even if she couldn't like hold it in the beginning, it would just kind of keep it near her mouth instead of it being like just spit out, you know? So I kind of recommend, you know, you could literally get anything. We also have a shark one. It's like whatever type of little thing to help them keep it in their mouth if your baby's having trouble keeping it in their mouth. So for clothes, so in the beginning, babies can't really regulate their body heat. So I was layering up Briella, and especially because she was just so tiny. She literally didn't have like an ounce of fat on her. She was just this little skinny brink. So I would recommend getting, you know, the white onesies. So I put these under everything. Now in the beginning, I didn't have any preemie size, but she was in everything preemie in the beginning. But I got newborn ones of these because I figured she was gonna grow into them anyway. So the Carter's brand runs bigger. So we at first were using the Gerber newborn ones, which run a little bit smaller than the Carter's ones. So just so you guys know, but the Carter's one are definitely a better material than the Gerber. The Gerber are, to me, like a little bit like thinner. I don't know. I just like a feeling of the material. But this, I definitely recommend getting them. They went under all of her outfits, all of her footed pajamas. She always had a white onesie underneath her. And now if it's cold, I still put them under her. This was a 3-month one. I packed away her newborn ones, but just so you know. So if your baby's running smaller, maybe get a pack of Gerber and a pack of Carter's and then move up like I did. That's, you know, what really worked for us. And also, Briella's feet are just so tiny. They're still so tiny. They still don't fit into newborn shoes. And again, she's gonna be, you know, 5 months, but she has little feet like me. So I recommend getting, and I know, you know, people say, oh, the socks like fall off them, but I recommend getting these fuzzy ones. These, I believe, were from Carter's, and I mean, I use these as like shoes. So I would literally just put them over her pants, and that's how she would wear them. So she literally wore these fuzzy socks all the time. Like I said, I use them as shoes, put them right over her pants. You know, just so, you know, sometimes when you go out with your babies and you just like don't want their feet showing, there's something like about it that's just like, why are their little feeties out? So I recommend getting the fuzzy ones too, because they're just, I feel like they're just so comfy for them. So I recommend that. And if you are having a girl and you're gonna put little bows on her, I recommend getting these, the thick band bows, because I bought Briella the skinny band, and it always, even if it's on her for just maybe 5 minutes, it always leaves an impression on her head, and that really freaked me out. I do not want my baby having that, you know, that whole indentation. So these I really recommend. They come in a pack of so many, millions of different colors, and you just kind of have, again, peace of mind that she's not getting a headache, because could you imagine wearing a headband for a long time? Like, I would get a headache. So I feel like this is key, the thicker band ones. And I really only put like a headband on her if we're gonna go out, and you know, she doesn't really wear them all the time. In the videos I make, it might seem like she does because I put them on for videos and stuff, but she really, at home, she's really never wearing a bow, because I want her head to breathe. So, you know, would you want to wear a headband for that long? No. So diapering. Now I did just want to talk about diapers quickly. So like I said, Briella was born so small, like, so she was fitting into these little preemie diapers at first, which are literally so adorable. I'm so glad I still have like one left. But so this is how diapers run, just in case. So this is what we use because this is what the hospital gave us, and this is all she would fit into, is the preemie ones. Now Pampers runs skinny, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So this one is a Pampers preemie. This is a Pampers newborn, so a little bit bigger. So she was in these, and then she went to these next. And then when she started gaining a little bit of weight, then, because I had boxes of these, so these now are the Huggies. So Huggies runs a little bit wider. So Briella didn't have a tush, like at all. So she had to use these. Even though I had these, they just swallowed her whole. So if you have kind of a skinnier baby at first, I definitely would recommend starting with Pampers and then maybe going to Huggies if that's, you know, something that you wanted to do. I actually, in the beginning, I only bought Millie Moon diapers, but Millie Moon, there's no newborn, there's no preemie. They just start at 1, and this is the 1. Now, this was Briella's diaper. So if you see what I mean, there was no way she was fitting into Millie Moon. So she actually didn't use Millie Moon for a very, very long time, maybe until she was around 3 months. Could she even maybe fit into this, I think. So just so that you guys know, because I was very confused. I was Googling, you know, what on earth is up with these diapers? I was very confused. So just so you know how these diapers run. Now, if you're on the go a lot like me and Vin were in the beginning, you know, babies in the beginning have a lot of blowouts. So even if the first week you don't have a blowout, just know your baby, when you are out and about, will poop. They just will, and you want to be prepared. And I don't know, I didn't want like that heavy of a diaper bag too. It's just like a lot. So I got these clear, it came in a 2-pack. It's just a clear little zippy to put in wipes. And I know it's not a need, it wasn't a must or anything, but one, I just thought they were like cute. I know it's like nothing, it literally looks like a Ziploc, but for some reason I like it. I don't know, it's like nothing crazy, there's no color to it, it's just kind of like simple. But it's easy because then I could just take some wipes and put them in here. So you don't have to have like a whole thing of wipes. And I have another wipe thing, but it's huge and bulky and plastic, and it's just unrealistic. This is so nice and thin and easy. I also recommend getting some type of changing pad thing just so that you have it. I mean, I have a car one, but I got this one off of Amazon. It's leather, and you know, the beige mom in me really just loved this. It comes in other colors too that are also aesthetically pleasing, but it's nice. I just put it over anything I'm changing her on, and it just gives me peace of mind that she's on something that is clean, because I just can't put her directly onto like a changing table anywhere, you know. And it's also thick, so I like it. I think it's great. So I definitely recommend this one, and it's huge. See? So I recommend getting some type of one, but if you like this one, I recommend it. It's great. And also for diapering, I would recommend getting triple paste. It is great. If I even notice a little bit of redness on her at all, I put this on, it's gone by the next diaper change. So this stuff is really good. I recommend getting this. It is expensive though. That is a downfall, but I mean, she's gonna be, you know, 5 months soon, and I haven't used, this is still really filled. I haven't even really used this, so it was pretty good. So like I was mentioning before with the blowouts, Briella had a bunch, like any baby. I recommend getting this. I mean, it's like viral. If you don't know what this is, I feel like everybody's got it. It's like all over TikTok, but it's just a stain treater. Miss Mouse Messy Eater stain treater. Well, that's actually really cute. I really recommend this. It has gotten every single stain out of everything, and you know, those, any type of baby poop, but like those breast milk poops are very mustardy and like neon yellow for some reason, so this gets everything out. I definitely recommend getting this one. You can get it off Amazon. So simple. Okay, so next is just kind of like grooming. I definitely recommend getting a electric nail file. I don't know how anybody clips their baby's nails, to be honest. This is so simple and easy. This is the Haakaa one. You can get a blue one or a pink one or I don't know if there's any other colors, there's probably other brands too, but this is amazing. There's a size for every, you know, all the months that they go, 0 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 12, 12, and adults. I've actually used it, honestly, on me, and it's great. So it just does the job. It does the job. I used to do it when she was sleeping. She wouldn't even wake up. Now it kind of would wake her up, so I do it when she's awake, and she kind of just watches me do it. She doesn't get bothered by it. I haven't like hurt her at all or anything, like, you know, there's no like nicking her skin. It's just so simple. Just get this. And then also for grooming, I got this, it's by Frida, Frida Mom or Frida Baby, one of those, and it's a all around like picker type thing. So you know, like the booger pickers. So this comes with, it has a booger picker, an ear picker, I think this is like to get like the dirt from under their nails picker, and then this is like a anything else picker. Like amazing. When I tell you, this thing has been a lifesaver for getting all of her little boogies and like her, like the earwax, just everything. And it comes in this little case. So simple. I like this one. I know there's a million other booger pickers, but I like that this has other functions. I really like this one, so I recommend that. And if you're having a baby girl and she's gonna have hair, I definitely recommend getting one of these soft brushes. I got this one off of Etsy because I got her little name engraved on it, but you can get them off Amazon, and it's just a little soft brush. I actually love the way that this it feels when and she loves when I brush her hair. It's so cute. But I definitely recommend getting just a brush like this. I used it right away in the hospital because she came out with so much hair, like a crazy amount of hair. So I definitely recommend getting a brush. So next category is going to be pumping. So if you are anything like me, or even if you're just pumping, you know, that one time at night, or, you know, whatever the case may be, I wanted to exclusively breastfeed and it didn't work out. So the way things happened for me, so when I was in the hospital, I was trying to breastfeed, it wasn't working, and the nurse had just suggested me pump. I didn't have a pump or anything with me, and they at the hospital actually gave me this Medela Handheld pump, and honestly, this was great. I know there's others out there, but I really like this one. This one was so easy to use for someone who first time mom, just had a baby, had no idea how to get milk out of my body. This was great. This also a little less scary than immediately just putting on an electric pump. I don't know why I was like scared. I was like, what is this going to do, like, to my nipples? I knew it was gonna hurt somehow, but I was just really scared. So I recommend maybe just getting a handheld pump, getting your boobs used to it, and yeah, I recommend this one. I like this one. It was great that the hospital gave it to me, but I know you can get it off Amazon or their website. So I also recommend getting some type of milk canister. So these are also from Medela. I really liked this whole setup because this is so like easy to go right in the fridge, but also the little bottles on the top have the day. So you just go to, you know, whatever the day of the week is, and you lock it in, and it's just so easy. And you can also put on here, it also says, you know, AM, and then there's a middle bar, and then PM. So you know exactly when you did the milk, because in the beginning, I was trying to only give her AM milk during the AM, PM milk during the PM. If it was afternoon milk, you know, give it whenever, but that's what I was doing in the beginning. Now I just pump and I just pre-make like all the bottles because it's just easier that way. But in the beginning, I was also making a lot more than she was drinking. So this really worked out for me in the beginning. So I recommend kind of getting like a little starter pack from Medela. I really like them. This was easy for me. Now, you definitely 100% need a nipple cream of some sort. Again, I know there's a lot out there. I really liked the Earth Mama one. It just did the job. My this got me through. I know there's Silverettes, which I didn't get, but I've, you know, only heard really good things about those. So maybe next baby I'll try that. But this Earth Mama nipple butter was amazing. I never had cracked or dry or anything of that nipple. Like, my nipples were absolutely fine the entire time. Like, yeah, it was sometimes painful, but I use this after every single time, so it could be this. That could be the reason. Now, if you are like me and leak all the time non-stop, I recommend getting the what are these even called? Just like, oh, stay dry nursing pads. So at first I was trying to be just a little bit more like sustainable, I guess, or I just didn't want to put anything really to waste. So I was using reusable ones that you just throw in the wash. But I will not recommend any of that because they gave me knots and bumps of milk because of the way that they would scrunch in my bra and lean on my boob a certain way and cause these clogs and a whole situation. One time I couldn't even lift my arm up because of a clog. So maybe, you know, other people will have luck with them. We could say that they were too big, but I even cut them in half to try to make it work, and no, always clogs. So I recommend getting these. I love these. These are so easy to use. And I mean, this is my second box. So that's how much I leak. And they're perfect. They're just great. There's really, you get it. They're nursing pads, but I can't even go a second without them. I recently tried to just wear just a t-shirt because I've been now wearing, you know, the bras or whatever. I wear ones that I could pump with, but they're also like nursing friendly. But I've been wearing them now for so long, like ever since I gave birth, and you know, I just want to free the boob and I can't. Like I said, I tried to just wear a t-shirt and milk, just milk. So one day the boobs will be free again. But until then, I recommend getting these because these were great. And they really, you could really fill them up. They're great, because when I say I leak. And then I know I've mentioned it before, but I do really recommend getting a wearable pump that you can move around with. So I have the Willow, my other one is charging. I know you could wear them both at the same time. I don't like doing that. I like doing one boob at a time. For some reason, it might be in my head, but I just can't do both at the same time. And either, not that like it hurts, it's just maybe like overwhelming. So I don't know. So I, in the beginning, only used the ones with the baggies. I did all baggies because I was like I said, I was just making so much more than she was drinking that I have so much, I have a big freezer stash, which is great. So I only used these. But then, you know, then when she started to catch up, I didn't know that it came with it comes with containers too, which you guys have seen in other videos of mine. So I recommend getting these and the container ones because these are great. Now I use them for when I'm out and about. So when or if me and Vin are running out, or if we're going somewhere and it's my time to pump, I could just pump in the car. And then instead of having to pour and do all this stuff, you just take the baggie out. It's like you take this out and it's already closed. It's really, really simple. Really simple. And I really like that about the Willow. The only downfall to the Willow, it's very heavy. So you're gonna see in every single video that I wear you'll always see like my bra is always like out just because they're thicker, but I always have to wear a tight tank top with this to keep it up so that it's not like completely ripping my nipple off. So that's the downfall to these ones. But if you're pumping with the bags, you could do jumping jacks. There's no milk being poured out, but with the container, the milk will pour out on you if you lean forward, because that is another downfall to the if you're using the container, because sometimes when I put her to sleep in here for her naps and I lean over too much, it's just milk, So just so you know, if you do get these, be aware of that. But I recommend them. Any type, it doesn't have to be this one. I recommend this one because this is what I have, but any type of wearable pump that you don't, like, you could pump on the go. You don't want to be stuck to the wall. You really don't, I'm telling you. Okay, so the next thing that I recommend is the Snuggle Me. I feel like almost every mom is going to say this because it's just the best thing ever, really. I got the, what color did I get? Just like the beige one. Got a cover for it because, you know, the babies make little accidents all the time. So I did this, but I have to say that it's not as soft as getting a color. So I kind of wish I got the pink one to begin with, just the normal colored pink one, because those are so soft. My sister-in-law has the blue one and it was just so soft. This color, this just like the natural, I don't know what it's called, it's just the beige one. It's not like it's not as soft. It's a completely different material. So just so you know, if you're gonna get the Snuggle Me, if the reason I didn't get a color was just in case you know, what if I have a boy in the future and then I'm like, oh, like I need to get another one, you know? I just felt like it was smarter of me to get a pink cover, and then you could get any color cover. I have like the waffle one, so cute and cozy, but again, it's just like not as soft as that original one, but I do recommend getting it. This is literally all she did in the beginning, was just sleep in this. So, and then now she uses it for like tummy time, or I use it as a chair for her and sit it like this. Really, still using this for this many months, so I definitely recommend getting a Snuggle Me. Love the Snuggle Me. Let me see, I had a few things that I wanted to talk about that I'm just gonna put pictures and videos of. So a mirror for the car. So I know it's not aesthetically pleasing, but I have a mirror. It's so cute. It has like these little animals and stuff on it or whatever it is, and she loves it. She looks at it all the time and smiles at it. Instead of just having like a plain mirror, it's something for her to look at, and I've literally never seen anyone else have this mirror. I'm kind of confused why. Another thing my sister-in-law got, and her baby was obsessed with it, so I got it for Briella and she loves it. So I'll put it here, the one that I got, and I really recommend it. It keeps her occupied in the car now that she's really looking at things. But even in the beginning, because it has like a color to it, you know, so it was something that she could just look at. So I definitely recommend that one. Another thing is the Hatch changing pad. That's also a scale. I really recommend that, especially if you are crazy like me and want to know how much your baby weighs before those doctor appointments. In Texas, the doctor appointments are every 2 months instead of like New York every month. So I wanted to know every little ounce Briella was gaining, again, because she was born smaller. I was, you know, how am I gonna wait 2 months to find out how much she weighs? It just did not make sense to me. And in the beginning, you just wanna know if they're eating enough, especially if you are only breastfeeding. You don't know how much milk they're getting in the beginning, so I would recommend getting a scale, because that's kind of how you know how much if they're gaining weight, they're obviously eating enough milk. So definitely get a changing pad with a scale. It's great. It really, really gave me, again, peace of mind. That's what it's all about in that first month, peace of mind. The next thing is her bassinet. I have the Halo Swivel 360 bassinet, and I love it. It has a little vibration thing. It has sounds. It has like lights and other things, but I really just use the vibration and the sounds. And it really is honestly just great for the beginning. Now, how do I explain this? The side of it, one side you can push down. So you don't have to like literally reach over. I could just push down the side and grab her out of it. So that is really convenient. They have a newborn attachment that I used for her that really kept her snug in there, and she liked that a lot, just keeping completely like snuggled. And the vibration, the sounds, it really is great. The only downfall to it is that it is not mobile at all. The base is very heavy. So a lot of people that see it say that it doesn't look like sturdy because of the way the legs are, but they are so heavy, it's not moving. You can't move that from any other room. Once it's placed, that's where it's going. And if you have a bed that doesn't have an underneath, like mine has drawers, I can't come as close as I would like it to be to my bed, but it's like maybe there's a gap like this. So that's another downfall, but honestly, I really like it. So besides like those things, I would recommend it. But I would also recommend getting another type of bassinet for the other portion of your house, because in the beginning, I mean, if you're like me, you're not sleeping through the night. Like I never slept really in that bed just for naps. I was sleeping in my bed. Riella was always in, I'll show it here what I got. I forget the name of the one I got, but I got that very aesthetically pleasing woven one. I'll put it here. And I mean, it's gorgeous one, and two, she loved it. It's like, it has a rocking, you could rock it. And she would always be in that. She was in that, and it's really lightweight, so I would just drag it throughout the entire house. That was great. But you don't need that one. You could get any other type of bassinet just for the rest of your house. If you're gonna get the Halo, which cannot move at all, your baby, all they do in the beginning is sleep. So you need something portable. So some type of other bassinet I recommend getting. And so again, not a necessity. Some people think it's silly, but so I have the Doona stroller. I can't say enough good things about the Doona stroller. I'm obsessed with it, but I know some people are gonna say, oh, how stupid to spend like $500 on a stroller that only lasts them 20, 30 pounds, whatever that is. But it's worth it. It just is, because it is so easy and simple, especially when you're a first-time new mom and trying to get them out of the car seat, get the whole stroller out of the trunk, try to get those things together, try to collapse it, this and that. I couldn't even imagine going through that in the beginning, because you're just so overwhelmed about kind of everything. The Doona makes your life so much easier. And even just leaving the hospital, instead of having to carry her and you're so scared to carry this newborn baby, just stroll them on it. The Doona's great. The Doona is amazing, but I do recommend getting the attachments that come for the Doona. I have the bag that goes in the back. I have the bag that goes on top. I just recommend getting, because there's zero storage, so I definitely recommend getting the bags for it. And I originally just had the black one, but I ordered afterwards the pink like canopy and the straps. It's honestly the cutest thing ever, which again, it's not a necessity, but it really is adorable. But for the easiness of it, it's just great. It really is. But you do need another stroller. If that's gonna be the one that you do need another one to be like the big stroller. I have the Doona, I love it. It is one, just like gorgeous. I just feel like it's very luxe, in my opinion, like just the way it looks. And there's so much storage, you could do so many things, go this way, that way. So I do recommend getting another stroller if you're gonna get the Doona. But the Doona, for a first-time mom, in my opinion, is a must, but maybe to everyone else, it's not a must. Is that all? I think that that's it for newborn must-haves. Other things that you can kind of get like any brand of, I recommend definitely getting the hooded towels, but I feel like that's kind of like a duh. Like, of course you're gonna get the hooded towels. I got the ones from Burt's Bees. I like them. If you're gonna get the washcloths from Burt's Bees, just know that once they go through the dryer, those things shrink and they're not squares anymore. I don't know what that's about. And then I feel like people really want to hear about clothes and like footed pajamas and stuff, but I don't have a preference. As long as the zipper if there's two zippers, amazing. if there's one zipper, it better go like this way and not this way, right? I don't know. I'm not I don't care if there's buttons. I don't mind it. Vin hates buttons. He like freaks out over these buttons. I really don't mind them. I just undo a few and then I don't know. It's just me. I don't know. I honestly really like the Carter's ones. You don't have to buy, and I'm the one who I have Caden Lane, Posh Peanut. I have, you know, the more expensive ones, but I like the Carter ones. I like the Carter's ones. Honestly, they're great. So just don't go too crazy with buying too many clothes in the beginning, because I went crazy and Briella fit into nothing. I had to get her a whole new preemie wardrobe. She couldn't, you should have saw what I brought to the hospital for her. I brought like 20 outfits for her in the hospital, and Vin had to go out to Carter's to get the last tiny little preemie pajama because she fit into nothing. So just don't go crazy. Get a little bit of each thing and then see what they are when they're born, because I wanted everything beforehand. I couldn't even function until I had like 0 to 3 months, 3 to 6 months, this and that, and it was, she just now grew out of like newborn clothes. So, you know, she actually still fits into some newborn. I don't know. So it just is really silly. So just, not that it's silly, of course, a first time mom, you wanna have everything for your baby, but you know, this is a first time mom to you. Don't go crazy. Oh, also another thing, weighted wipe dispenser. Definitely recommend getting that, because you know that wipes are gonna drive you absolutely crazy. I use the Millie Moon wipes and I really like them. But I remember I ran out of them and had to use, I use water wipes, and I like the water wipes, but just letting you guys know, you could never just get a wipe out of it. They need to figure that out, because that is the most annoying thing. Even with the weighted dispenser, I could not get one wipe out, or all of them would come out. I don't even know, but it's the worst thing when you're dealing with a huge poop. So I don't know what's going on with those. I really like the Millie Moon wipes. Get a weighted dispenser. If it's heated or not heated, you know, just make sure it's weighted so you can get that one wipe out. But that is everything. So I hope that if you're watching this and you are about to have a baby, or your first time mom and you just wanted to know some things that you could use, I really hope that this helps, because I needed these videos when I was going through buying everything. And even though I went crazy anyway, I hope it helps you to not.